Okay. Peace Almighty, knowledge, understanding. I like that name. Okay, we'll try it again. I don't know. Uh, hopefully, hopefully, it doesn't cut out this time. Okay, that's what's up. Well, as long as you're searching for it, you're gonna get it. You know, the universe has no choice but to give it up. Well, when we left off, I know people ain't rest of the people who were on earlier probably ain't had a chance to get on, but I got to pick up where I left off. I said Kanye West came out with the jacket with the Confederate flag on the side. And what that was, if we say that this is an experiment, then what would be the experiment there? To see how effective the trauma still is associated with slavery and Jim Crow, everything that goes along with that. See, there's just so much to this. I don't have enough time to really got to do this in a series. But what we also see with this whole fiasco is the science of the half-truth. Kanye West tells the half-truth, then he mixes it in with some bullshit. Okay, and the experiment is to see just how befuddled the masses knowledge understanding. They throw out all these different things into a big gumbo, and then they just see what comes out of it. Now, because he mentioned slavery, that is a trigger word for trauma, slavery. See, then just by saying that and him not going along with the usual narrative of we were slaves, they brought us over here on the ships, and they separated the man from the woman, and they broke up the family, and the bed wench and the Uncle Tom, and the normal way that this is addressed. The trigger word was slavery, and what the word slavery did was trigger trauma in your DNA, in our DNA collectively, and bam, now your emotions take over. And then the other layer of the experiment is now we're going to have him lay out different versions of the truth, and we're going to have him mix in with the truth some bullshit. All this shit about Trump's a great guy, who gives a fuck about anybody as far as them being great or what? Who cares? We know that's bullshit. We know who this guy is. Come on. But that doesn't negate the power. The most powerful thing was him wearing that hat and him wearing that jacket. But because he had already set off the traumatic, he had given the traumatic trigger word to set off the traumatic response within people, then they could throw out the truth and the people wouldn't even catch it. That hat, Make America Great Again, All you got to do is look at the acronym MAGA, MAGA, same as Mary Magdalene, MAGA. Mary Magdalene came and wiped off Jesus' feet with spikenard oil. So that means that is she anointed him. He was anointed with magic. In other words, he was empowered. Christ is the vehicle, but the magic is the engine that's in the damn vehicle. MAGA. But when you flood the world with information, guess what becomes less valuable? Information. The more information that goes out, the less informed people are. Because it takes your attention and breaks it up into all these different places. Like, oh man, how am I going? Oh man, you mean I can see every season of my favorite show? I can watch it on Netflix all in one night. Oh my God! I don't have to wait in suspense till next week. I can watch the whole show over the weekend, the whole series, all 10 seasons. So you're flooded with so many things to hold your attention that you can't, the vast majority of us cannot and don't know shit. So he puts it right out in your face. And all you got to do, ain't that what Hitler did? Didn't Hitler take a symbol that had nothing to do with him and corrupt it? Ain't that what Hitler did? Didn't he take the James symbol of the swirling cross, which is just the fixed cross moving in a circle? And he made it his. Now when you see a swastika, you think about some dude from the trailer park with high-tech boots on and a shaved head who been fucking his mama's cousin and his sister. You think about that person. So those are two powerful symbols that were channeled through him. Now, what does Kanye West have to do with Venus Williams? Now, I'm going to say this and then I got to wrap this up. One of the great hidden secrets is that America, or America, is the final destination for humanity. It is America. Now, some authors have likened the name Marika with Venus. And Venus is the star in the west. Now, Venus Williams' full name is Venus Ebony Star Williams. Williams means protector, helmet. So she is the ebony star that shines in the west that will be the protector. I mean, these names are amazing. Now, she was born in 1980. What's significant is that Kanye West and Venus both are born in Generation X. X. So what we have here is we have two representations of what is the divine destiny of all of humanity and the cosmos. Generation X. Bobby Hemmett, I was watching the latest video that was put up by Serious Times. Bobby Hemmett is talking about the Black Venus picture that he found in some museum. And I can't remember the artist's name who drew it, but he talks about it. And something, spirit just kind of hit me, and I just thought about the whole Kanye thing, the Venus thing, and it all lined up. Because he was talking about after 9/11, 2001, this portal opens up. Well, Venus, her career started in 1994, but she truly hit her, if we want to say her zenith, 2001, 2002. Now, some people are so super conscious that they think sports and entertainment and all, I don't pay attention to none of that, blah, 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 blah. Well, one of my homeboys just sent me some stuff earlier about Arian Foster, about how in 2010, he played in 16 games. He scored 16 touchdowns. He rushed for 1,600 yards on, I don't know how, it all came up to 4 16s. And 16 times 4 is 64, the Merkaba. So what I'm telling you is, and he's a part of Generation X. What I'm telling you is that this is just part one to this. Now, this is where I want you to hang your hat. This Generation X is far more than you could imagine. That's why you have Stranger Things. That show is all centered around Generation X. You have a show comes out called Fringe, which is basically the adult version of Stranger Things. Those shows are connected because the character Olivia Dunham, Olive, in Fringe is basically the girl Elle out of Stranger Things as an adult. Generation X. Now, if you are somebody who's born after Generation X, which would mean you're born after 1984, don't feel like you're left out, because Generation X was supposed to lay the foundation for Generation Y, the millennials, and then Generation Z or whatever you want to after that. There is so much that is all wrapped up in all of this. Sometimes when we see people, we're looking at them because we're looking for a hero or a heroine to show us that they can rescue us or represent us. But those of you who have been fortunate enough to come in acquaintance with higher knowledge, you have to see these people for no more than characters inside of a mythological story. Peace. I can't say that name. Wetum 90. These are nothing but characters. We are nothing but characters in a mythological story. So I got to stop right here. Okay, so I'm 1988, just turned 30 few weeks ago. Oh, okay, Matthew backwards. All right, that's what's up. Well, we're going to come back and talk about tech and God. We're going to come back and talk about your significance, because Generation X, as the X chromosome or the unknown, is supposed to come and lay the foundation for the obelisk, which is you, Generation Y, millennials. All right. So I got to stop right here. I got some more work to do. I'll be back. We're going to be chit-chatting a whole lot in the month of May. Got a whole bunch of new stuff coming. If you haven't, subscribe. If you haven't, get over to Masters of the Cosmos, become a member. And if you want to really get to some premium conversation where we can actually chit chat, compare notes, and do some learning, become an adept member of Masters of the Cosmos. As always, stay down until you get up. And when you get up, stay down. Peace.